Hello everyone. Welcome to Wei and Kathy Show. I'm your host Wei Fang, and today is Wei's time. And today, what took the headline of the most media are the Wall Street Journals reporting the breaking news on Elon Musk's sexual scandal with Nicole Shannon, who is the wife of Sergey Brin, the co-founder of the Google. Okay, so there's really a lot of things to talk about over there. So which I want to share with you my observation behind the scene about the what is behind the scene. And before that, let's quickly talk about Nancy Pelosi's visit of Taiwan. As you know, that Financial News broke the news that Nancy Pelosi will be leading a delegation of the Congress to visit Asia, and one of the stops is Taiwan. And since then, the most recent news is CCP, Chinese government, has issued at least 3 rounds of a very stern warning. Okay, so their word is very strong and very sharp. It's the strength of the warning is unprecedented. They even said they will not exclude a military measure to counter this visit. In the meantime, President Biden said, well, military think that Pelosi visiting Taiwan is not a good idea at this time. So as I reported to you last week that President Biden is showing some backing off that type of thought, and of course, which would send a very clear and a bad message to the CCP. So today, Newt Gingrich, who was the first Speaker of the House, who led the congressional delegation to Taiwan in the 1990s, he tweeted, he's saying that the communist China cannot dictate a speaker's trip. And Mike Pompeo, the former Secretary of State, said, I will go there with you, okay? I wasn't allowed to enter China, but the Taiwan did not forbid my entry. The freedom-loving Taiwan. See you there, okay? And then 2 House representatives, one is Tom Tiffany, Republican, another is Scott Perry, and they wrote a joint letter to Pelosi and calling her that to ignore the objection of Beijing and Biden. And they said to have a dialogue with our U.S. ally. We would never need to get approval of a foreign totalitarian regime and our State Department. They went one step further and called for Pelosi to arrange for the House to vote on their resolution. They have a resolution that they raised last February to terminate the One China policy, okay, foreign policy. Okay, so the Wall Street Journal, Washington Post has a columnist wrote that American military are considering sending aircraft carrier fleet or the military plane to escort Pelosi's visit of Taiwan. So actually, would that be needed? But actually, it's a psychological warfare, right? You can call it like a game of chicken. Okay, 2 sides is just heading to each other, and we'll see that who would, at the last moment, would swerve. But actually, as a matter of fact, it's not really the game of chicken, okay? Let me share with you my reading of what's on the mind of the Biden administration. They dare not to have Pelosi go there, okay, because they're afraid of creating big trouble. But they dare not to back off either, because that's going to lose face. That's going to show U.S. is very timid. If they dare not even to visit Taiwan, how can they dare to send a military if when Taiwan is attacked? So that's Biden administration's dilemma. But for CCP, it's much simpler. Okay, they don't have a dilemma. They just raise the voice and they just keep repeating their rhetoric, and in the hope of just scare the U.S. off. That's the only thing. If the U.S. is not scared off, they're going to say, oops, okay, forget about it. That's where they are. So it's a very simple matter, okay, the essence of the matter. But as one of you wrote in my last show, saying that our government now is scared even at, even at seeing a mouse. Pretty precise, okay. So as a matter of fact, the situation in Taiwan, U.S. has absolute control. CCP, yes, they become more modernized. They have a much stronger military, but in their mind, they know they are no match. They are no match to American military. So we just need to show our resolve, show our strength. Pelosi can go to Taiwan, we can keep the peace. This is called peace through strength. All right, that's the first thing. Now let's quickly talk about the big news today. Okay, Wall Street Journal published a piece of news saying that Elon Musk engaged in a brief affair last fall with the wife of Sergey Brin. And then, the report has a lot of details saying that, the Brin filed for divorce from his wife, Nicole Shanahan, earlier this year. And then Brin also ended his long-time friendship with Elon Musk. He also said, the report also said Mr. Brin provided Elon Musk with about $500,000 for Tesla during his most difficult time, which is the 2008 financial crisis. Then the report said in early December 2021, at the Art Basel event in Miami, which is a multi-day annual festival that draw wealthy attendees from around the world, Elon Musk had an affair with Nicole Shanahan. At that time, Nicole is still married to Brin, Sergey Brin. So then the report also said Mr. Brin has ordered his financial advisors to sell his personal investment in Mr. Musk's companies. And then the report also said Elon Musk dropped to one knee in front of Mr. Brin earlier this year and apologized profusely for the transgression, begging for forgiveness. And Mr. Brin acknowledged the apology, but still is not speaking regularly to Mr. Musk. Those people said. So what can we take? I read the news in the morning, before I got any further information, and before Elon Musk, Elon Musk came out and expressed his point of view, and I already tweeted in Chinese saying that this is highly suspicious. Why? I'm a journalist. Wall Street Journal has a breaking piece. Whenever you have a breaking piece, any professional journalist professional would search for the source of news. First thing we go for the source of news. Want to know how credible that source of news is, and that would decide how credible the story is. However, if you look through the, if you look through the entire article, you find no source of news. Nobody. All the source are somebody. Those people are identified people close to him, that kind of thing. Just think about it. We go to court, right? I'm a prosecutor and you are a judge. I'm going to tell you, Your Honor, I don't have any witness with me. But one witness said this. Another witness said this. The third witness said this. But who are they? I cannot tell you. Sorry. Just trust me. Would you rule in my favor? Would you think I'm credible? If the judge cannot do that, how can the reader believe in the report by this Wall Street Journal? What further is there's a suspicious, other suspicious point in the report. Let me give you a few examples. The report said Elon Musk has been accused of exposing himself to a flight attendees at his aerospace company SpaceX, which he has denied. Well, it looks like just a statement, but the matter of fact is, this accusation was never proven, was not even nearly proven. And this reporter dared to allude to that. So that's indicated that his tendency. The second is that it says that it wrote this. The publication, Business Insider, reported that Elon Musk has 2 children late last year with a female executive at another company he co-founded, Neuralink. So the writing hinted that while he had a relationship with his then wife or with another lady, Grimes, as you remember, that he's also have this relationship with this female executive. But as a matter of fact, if you know what really happened to Elon Musk, he has been breaking off with Grimes in the last couple of years. So this does not mean anything. But by not going into the detail, just putting it there, it just does cast the impression of Elon Musk has a messy private life. And another one place that the report said, Elon Musk juggles business challenges, including manufacturing disruption at Tesla Inc. That's a clear indication of the bias of the reporter. Actually, two reporters. Why? Because last Thursday, Elon Musk just issued his quarterly report. It's a brilliant quarterly report. The stock jumped by $70 in one day, and which is 10%. Elon Musk gained $12 billion in that one day. I mean, paper-wise, paper value. So basically, this so-called manufacturing disruption means nothing to him. But this report came out yesterday, and the quarterly report came out 4 days ago, and they still chose to put this in. So that's a dishonest practice and disregard of the factual news. So, but the thing is, after this came out, New York Times, CNN, NBC, even New York Post, they all carried this story. Just like this is the most, credible story in the world. But think about that. Think about this, folks. New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, New York Post. How about their journalists? Don't they know what I know? Search for the source of news and find none? Of course they know that, but they still carry it without hesitation. All right, why? I'll talk about it a bit later. Now let's look at Elon Musk's response. Basically, he said throughout the day he's been tweeting. He said this is total BS. Nobody has been interviewed by this two reporter in this report. He took note of that too. He also said in the past 3 years, I only met Nicole for 2 times and nothing romantic with other people around. And he also said, I was just with Sergey Brin last night, and one picture is worth 1,000 tweets. So Tony, if you can show that picture, and this is just, he said, this is just last night. Does that look like they are ending their friendship? They're having a fight over the women? Doesn't look so at all. Okay, Elon Musk also said, I work crazy hours. I don't have time for this shenanigans. And he also said, he said something very private. He said, I haven't had sex in ages. Okay? And somebody, he also mentioned in his tweet saying that how credible Wall Street Journal is. He said once Wall Street Journal reported that FBI is coming to arrest Elon Musk, so he got concerned. He called FBI. FBI said, there's no such thing. And so he asked, now why Wall Street report about that? He said, they're all fake. So he said, that's what Wall Street Journal is. So Elon Musk in his tweet, he said, Wall Street Journal, they should respect the fact, not reporting on these hearsays. This is they're just turning themselves into sub-tabloid. Okay, and people was asking actually on Twitter, saying that why do you think he received so much attack these days? He said because it's native for them to do this. They are the clickbaits. By publishing such a sensational thing, they can get a lot of traffic. Well, is he right? Yes. Is he very right? No. What I mean is that I really don't see that's the real reason. Okay, that's only the surface reason. I don't think Elon Musk is vigilant enough. By offering to buy Twitter, okay, which is the most crucial platform where the opinion leader of this country, concentrate on, Elon is posing an existing threat to many people, many establishment. So buying Twitter is a big deal to them. Okay, it's a lifeline to the, in their eyes, the propaganda. And the Twitter is a key platform, and nobody can fight Elon Musk because he offered $440 billion. That's too much to fight for and to fight with. Okay, so what they do, they line up, join hand, and try to kill his name in this one shot. That's why this nonsense report, this report without any even source of news, and the Wall Street Journal dared to publish it, and so many mainstream media carry it, and creating a very strong general impression of Elon Musk is a messy, he's a messed up person, he's not trustworthy, and so on and so forth. And you got media from like CNN on the left, MSNBC. You also got media from the New York Post. And you wonder why? Why would they join hand? But if I ask you, did they join hand before, in the November 3rd? 2 years ago. Remember that? They joined hand there. That's why at that night, remember what Fox News did? So that's why I say Fox News is very foxy. It's a foxy news. Okay, they can do what they do in the normal time, earn the conservatives' eyeballs, but in their mind, when the killing comes, they do the kill. So this is a similar situation. But in this particular case, Fox News did not join, I think. They reported the other, Elon Musk's response mainly. My reading, I could be wrong, but since I'm here, I just want to share with you honestly. I think they don't think this is a big kill enough. It's not worth their move. They probably will reserve their big move to some next crucial time, which you understand what. So anyway, Elon Musk is against a lot of things. And what I see is that media are not pure media. They are weapons. They're weaponized. But however, look at the result. Wall Street Journal's work last night. It was meant to be a hit piece on Elon Musk, but it's not. At least according to to the people who follow him on Twitter and who listen to show like a Waze show. It's a hit piece on the credibility of Wall Street Journal. Okay, they ruin their own names. They bankrupt their own credibility. That's the consequence. That's the cost of their putting out that article. So what do you think? I just want you to know that, Mark, you say I'm late too. I'm sorry, I'm late too, but because I got other things. We're going to switch to Safe Chat the second half of the show. Please use the following there. And actually, I'm carrying on through the end of it. So, I figured, didn't change. But if you went to Safe Chat, it's also there. Okay. All right. I don't know. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Okay. I think I make some pretty bold, express some bold opinion, and I do see so. I do believe so. I'm a journalist, so I can relate to the situation from my point of view. And but do you agree? Okay. All right, thank you very much for staying with us. And I apologize for being late for almost like a 30 minutes. Okay, in the other days we'll stay with the 10 o'clock, which is 7 o'clock. And Mark, you said wholeheartedly agree. Okay, I'm glad that you say so. Yeah, it's just it's a very it's a dangerous world for Elon Musk. And to him, he does not realize that. He feels it's just a clickbait. They just want to get some traffic, make some money, because they rely on advertisement. I think it's beyond that. He has not sensed the danger that's coming to him. Okay, and because he's taking away their thing, Twitter, the propaganda thing, the propaganda tool. So, all right, let's wish the best to him and all the people who love and advocate freedom of speech. That's why we're able to, have this conversation here. Freedom of speech, First Amendment, guaranteed by our Constitution and created by our founding fathers. All right, thank you very much. Have a good night. And tomorrow, Kathy will bring her story to you, and we should stay with us. And all right, take care. Bye-bye.